YouTube, what's the deal, man? It's your boy and we're back with another video. This video is literally gonna blow y'all's mind. Alright, so if you do not understand supply and demand, watch this whole video because this is literally the sauce. I'm giving you the sauce literally for free, so do not skip out on this video. Okay, so in this video I'm gonna break down why supply and demand on the 15-minute time frame is so powerful. Okay, now if you guys trade on the 5-minute, you guys know there's a lot of fake outs, there's a lot of manipulation, right? So if you guys do not like that, or the 5 minutes giving you guys trouble reading how the candles are printing, go to the 15-minute time frame. I promise you the 15 time frame is gonna be your answer. Okay, so before I even get into the breakdown, I have 3 pairs that I'm gonna break down for you guys with a couple of setups, right? So before I get into all of that, if you guys haven't subscribed to the channel, go subscribe to the channel, man. I'm literally doing this for you guys, so help your boy out. Hit that subscribe button. It literally takes you guys 1 to 2 seconds, and support your boy, right? Join the family because I'm gonna be dropping gems for you guys, so you guys do not want to miss out. Okay, also I do have a Discord. It's literally free. The link will be down below, right? We have over 100 members in the Discord now, and in that Discord I call out 1 to 2 trades every week, right? Sometimes I'll call out more, but that's where I'm looking at right now. And if you guys are trying to learn, or you guys have any questions regarding trading, go into the Discord and ask, right? Because in there you're gonna talk to other traders, you're gonna be able to get in contact with me, and I'm gonna help you guys out step by step. Okay, I have a lot of resources in there, literally free, that I'm giving to you guys. So join the Discord, man. It's literally free. Again, it doesn't take you guys that long, right? So let's get into the video, man. So I have 3 pairs on my screen. I'm gonna break down these demand and supply zones and why the 15-minute could be better for you if you are having a hard time on the 5-minute. Okay, so let's get into the breakdown, right? So the first trade I'm gonna break down, or the first setup I'm gonna break down, is gonna be on gold on the 15-minute, right? Keep in mind, I'm only gonna be taking my entry on the 15-minute with these 15-minute zones. Okay, and I'm gonna show you guys why the 15-minute is so powerful. Okay, so let's get into this breakdown, right? So let me replay this right here. All right, so this is on a 15-minute, right? So the same thing we do on the 5-minute time frame, you could do this on any other time frames. Okay, so again, this is strictly on the 15-minute. Okay, so let's say I'm on my session, right? This is what I'm seeing on the 15-minute, right? So first thing I'm gonna do before I even break down the 15-minute time frame, I'm gonna go to the 1 hour. Right now, what is the 1 hour doing, right? So as you can see, we are kind of moving sideways, right? So if you see price moving sideways, you have to understand where structure points are at. Okay, so I see right here we have a low, right? We also have another low right here, and we also have one right here, right? So what is happening, right? We're not getting any closures below this low, right? This low or this low, right? So we're still making higher lows, right? So what that is telling me is that we may have volume to push up. Okay, so I know we're under 200 EMA, but you have to see where market is moving towards. You have to see what the candles are printing. Okay, once I realize that, I go to the 4 hour, right? What is the 4 hour doing? The 4 hour has a low right down here, and what is happening right here, right? We are bullish. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 bullish 4 hour candles printing, right? As we are printing, we are above the 200 EMA. Okay, so if you are having a hard time on the 1 hour and the 4 hours telling you a trend, right, stick to that 4 hour directional bias. Okay, so what am I seeing, right? I see we are very bullish. We're moving above the 200, right? And we still haven't taken out these lows, right? So cool, I'm bullish on the 4 hour. So now that the 1 hour and the 4 hour are lining up together, I go to the 15-minute, right? This is where I will take my trade, okay, on the 15-minute, right? So what am I seeing right here, right? I see that we are breaking structure to the upside, right? We took out 3 structure points, right? 1, 2, 3, right? With this one bullish candle, right? So That's telling me, okay, cool, we are not breaking to the downside, we're breaking to the upside. But not only did we take out one, but we took out 3 highs. Okay, so I understand that. Okay, now where's my 200 EMA? We are down here at the 200 EMA, right? This is where the 200 EMA is sitting at, right? So we are above. So what that means is, cool, we're breaking structure to the upside. The 1 hour is not taking out any lows, right? The 4 hour, we're pushing up and we are going above the 200 EMA. The 15 minute, we are above the 200 EMA, right? So cool, I'm bullish. Now what do I do once I figure out that I'm bullish for the day? I look for a demand zone, right? So what do I see right here, right? You have to see if there's a zone where that initial move broke structure. Okay, so at this bullish candle right here, we have a demand zone, right? This is where the demand zone is at. From this previous wick, bearish wick, from that top to the bottom of that bearish candle, right? That is where my demand zone is at. Why? Because before that initial push that took out these highs, that is the candle that printed before that. Okay, and it's the opposite candle. Okay, so this is a bearish candle, the move was a bullish candle, right? So that is what I see, right? So we have a 15-minute demand zone, right? As this next candle printed, we left gaps. As you can see, the gap is going to be from this, the bottom of that candle, to this box, right? That's where the gap is at. Because as you can see, when the next candle printed, we only printed and we filled back this much, right? We still have all of these down here to get filled, right? So the way you want to trade this is wait for price to come back to fill in your gaps, tap your zone, and take the next candle break. Okay, so let's play this out. Cool. All right, boom. So what just happened? We filled in the gaps, right? So gap is cleared. This bullish candle tapped into the zone and pushed up and took out the previous candle high. Okay, so where would I have entered on this trade, right? You see how this wick right here of this bullish candle is higher than the previous wick of that bearish candle? This is where I'm entering. As soon as this breaks the previous wick, I'm entering my trade, right? So again, I'm gonna enter right here, right? Once it breaks, my stops below the zone, and then I go for my 1-to-1, right? See, so a lot of times on the 15-minute, you could catch more than a 1-to-1, but for me, I'm not greedy, right? I just want to get my 1-to-1 and I'm done, right? In this trade alone, this is 24 pips, right? If you guys trade for a while already, you know 5 to 7 pips a day will literally change your life. Okay, so this is 24 pips, right? So I enter this trade right there. My stops always goes below the zone, okay? And I go for my 1-to-1. So let's play this out. Literally, that is all I'm doing on the 15-minute, right? It's the same thing I do in the 5-minute. But as you can see on the 15-minute, there's not a lot of drawdown, right? It's very straight to the point. Because on the 5-minute, right, there's the time is moving so fast. These candles are printing so fast that it may take a while for it to take off, right? So on the 15-minute, as you can see, literally in 2 to 3 candles, you literally already take your profits for the day, right? So this is why the 15-minute is so powerful, because most of the time once you enter on the 15-minute candle break, you will not see drawdown as much, right? So again, that's what I want to show you guys on this pair. Okay, now let's go over to GJ, right? So this is GJ. So again, what are we seeing on GJ, right? So let me replay this right here, right? So let's say I get to the charts, and this is what I'm seeing, right? On the 15-minute, right? This is what I'm seeing right now, right? Again, I'm not gonna break it down until I see what the higher time frame is telling me, right? So I go to the 1 hour. The 1 hour, we are below the 200 EMA, right? We're also breaking structure to the downside on the 1 hour. We took out these lows, right? We're taking out these lows, and we just took out this low right here, right? So what is that telling me? We are bearish. This is clear that we are bearish on the 1 hour, right? Cool. Let's go to the 4 hour. Again, what is the 4 hour telling me? 4 hours telling me that we are under the 200, and we're also breaking structure points to the downside on the 4 hour. Okay, so as you can see right here, this was a low, right? This candle right here broke below, body closed below that low, so we are breaking structure. Okay, it's literally right in front of our face. Okay, so that's what I see. So now the 1 hour and the 4 hour are aligned together, right? Cool, we are bearish. Let's go to the 15 minute. What is the 15 minute doing? At this push right here, we took out a lot of lows, right? We took out these lows, these lows, these lows, these lows, these lows. Like literally price is just getting taken out, right? So what is that showing me, right? That's showing me that we should be looking for a supply setup, because why? We're breaking structure to the downside on every single time frame, as well as we are under the 200 EMA. Okay, so cool. Now what do? You want to see where the aggressive move is happening, right? So as you can see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 bearish candles are here. At this level right here, this is where the aggressive selling happened. Okay, so do I see a zone? Of course I do. I see gaps already, right? So before that drop, you want to look at the candle before and see what candles printed, right? We have a bullish candle printing before the bearish drop. Okay, so I'll draw my zone at that bearish candle at the top. I mean at that bullish candle at the top, right? To the bottom of that bullish candle, right? Now do you see where the gap is at? So this is how I draw my zone, right? Literally from the wick of this bullish candle to the bottom of that bullish candle, right? This is where the gap is at. From this wick right here, right, to this zone. That's our gap, because why? As it broke out of the box, we only came back to this much, right? We still have all of this, right, to fill, right? So cool, that's my gap. This is my supply zone. Okay, and then what I do, I just wait. I literally wait for price to come back. Okay, fill in my zone, fill in the gap, tap my zone. Okay, so let's play this out. Okay, cool, we filled in this much. Now what is left? We still have this much of a gap left. Okay, from that top wick, that's where the gap is at now, right? So let's play this out. Boom. So we literally tapped into the gap. We could clear that out. As you can see, as soon as we tapped into the zone, right, this candle tapped in, came down and took out this low right here, right? You see this low right here of this bullish candle, right? It wicked past it right here, right? So that's where I'm entering. Okay, so you have to be fast on your hands, because why? Because a lot of times when candle tap into the zone and there's a lot of volume, it's gonna go right to where you want it to go. Okay, so you have to understand what the break of a candle is. Okay, so as soon as we tapped into the zone, then it came down, it wicked below this bullish candle right here. I'm entering my trade. Okay, so again, what I do, take a short right here, right, stops up here, and then I go for my 1-to-1. Literally that is all I'm doing, right? So let's play this out. Literally look what just happened, right? In 2 candles on the 15-minute time frame, your take profit is smashed, right? So reason why I'm showing you guys this is because the 15-minute is very powerful. If you want to catch a lot of pips, the 15-minute is where it's at, right? You just have to be very careful, because again, you see how big this stop is. This is a 35 pip stop loss, okay? But you gain 35 pips, right? Again, you can hold it for more, because usually what happens on the 15-minute is, let's say I go all the way down here, right? It's gonna keep dropping. That's how powerful these zones are. If you were to hold it down here, you're probably gonna catch over 100 pips. This is already almost 90 pips right here, right? So you could catch big moves on the 15-minute, but you just have to be careful on where your stop loss is and how much you are risking. Okay, so the last example I have for you guys is on NOS 100. Okay, so this is gonna be a demand setup. Again, I want to show you guys what a breakout structure is. Okay, so let me replay this right here. Let's say I get to the charts and I see this, right? First thing I'm gonna do, what do? I go to the 1 hour. Okay, what is the 1 hour showing me, right? 1 hour showing me we are bullish. We are clear as day bullish, right? We're going up, and also we are breaking structure to the upside. We broke out these structure points, right? Took out these, right? So we're breaking structure to the upside, and we also have a support right here, right? As you can see, we're not breaking below these levels, right? So what is that telling me? We have a lot of buying pressure. Okay, cool. Now let's go to the 4 hour. What is the 4 hour telling me? We are above the 200, literally 200 all the way down here, right? We're above, and again, what's happening on the 4 hour? We're breaking these structure points, right? And also we have support right here, right? So cool. What is that telling me? We are bullish, right? So let's go back to the 15-minute time frame. Okay, so let's say I'm here and I see this on the 15-minute, right? I'm not gonna take a trade yet, right? Because I don't see a clear break of structure. Okay, I see these minor resistance here getting broken, but again, that's not really clear for me. Okay, I want price to break these levels right here, right? So let's play this out. Boom. You see this wick right here? So this is the level of these structure points, right? It could be right here and right here, right? This wick literally is all the way up here, right? That is considered a break of structure for me, right? Because nothing is telling me that we are selling off. Okay, so this is a break of structure for me, right? So I see a break of structure. That wick literally broke above all of these levels right here, right? And also at that point, we also have a demand setup now, right? Because where did the aggressive move happen? It started right here, right? It pushed up, came back a little bit, pushed up, right? So we still have a gap down here, right? So this is where the gap is at. Before that big bullish candle, draw it from that previous candle, right? Which is that bearish candle, to that right there. Right, so this is my demand zone. Why? Because we have a gap. As you can see, at this push, candle only came down to fill in this much. So the gap is from here to here, right? That is the gap. Okay, so what do? I wait for price to come back, tap into my zone, and I'll take the break. Okay, so let's play it out. Okay, cool. Right there, we tapped in. Gap is already filled, right? And what I wait for the break. Okay, so look at this candle right here, right? So once we filled in the zone, we tapped in. As soon as we tapped in, right, we pushed back up and took out this candle high, right? You see this bearish candle right here? The high is that wick right there. We literally came down, came back up and broke, and we blasted off. Okay, so where would I be entering? Right here. Once it break that candle high, stops below the zone always, and then I go for a 1-to-1. Literally in that 15-minute candle, as it came down, it tapped into the zone, and it came back up, broke that previous candle high. It literally smashed your 1-to-1. This is 26 pips right here. Okay, literally in 15-minute candle. So that's why the 15-minute is so powerful. And if you guys are having a hard time on the 5-minute just because there could be a lot of noise, right? Go to the 15-minute, because I promise you, once you understand, the 15-minute is gonna be your best friend. Okay, so again, you see how massive these moves are, right? You see how quickly it explode when it gets back to the zone, right? So it's really that powerful. Okay, if you still want to scalp and you feel like the 5 minutes not for you, go to the 15-minute. I promise you're gonna love it on there. Okay, so again, that's all I have for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, because at the end of the day, I want you guys to be better in trading, right? This year should be the year where you all level up. Okay, so I hope I'm giving you guys the right videos, and I hope you guys are learning, because again, this is really powerful stuff, and I want you guys to see progress in your trading journey. All right, so again, that's all I have for you guys. I'll see you guys in the next video. All right, peace.